So it looks like we don't have to worry about being cold tonight because our plans have completely changed, and you'll be able to see that in this upcoming video.
So we are having issues with the van. We are here at a Walmart in Miles City, Montana. We are planning to go to Yellowstone. One, it's very cold, but that's not the issue. We're actually having a quite large coolant leak, and which isn't that big of an issue. I thought maybe it's a cut in a line or something, but the issue is that what I found is the system is pressurizing, so much so that the pressure is coming out of the cap, which is everything that I've done is leading me to believe that we have a blown head gasket on the coolant, and it's pressurizing the coolant system. When I take the cap off and run the motor, you can see little bubbles showing up, and then after talking to my dad and everything, we all kind of agree on the same thing, that sounds like a head gasket. The issue is we're more than 24 hours away from home. We're 8 hours away from Yellowstone. No, 4 hours away from Yellowstone, 8 hours from Glacier, but we're only 7 hours from Longmont, Colorado, where my brother lives. I'm thinking that we're gonna try to limp ourselves down there, go really slow, not rev the engine a lot, keep an eye on the oil, make sure right now there's no coolant in the oil, so that's good. Keep an eye on everything and keep the engine temperatures nice and low, and stop every once in a while to relieve that pressure in the system. So I'm waiting for a call back from my brother to see where he is. Hopefully we can get some parts shipped down to him, head gasket and stuff. He's got a whole shop that we should be able to knock this out hopefully in a couple days and continue our trip to at least a couple of the parks, or at least make it home. Worst case scenario, if we're not able to fix it, we're going to have to rent a dolly or a trailer and then rent a truck and tow it home. It's going to cost too much to ship it for us. It makes more sense to just rent a truck and take a day or two and tow it back and then fix it there. I can do all this myself, but I don't have all my tools, and really want to be doing a head gasket repair in a Walmart parking lot. So that's where we are now. I'll fill y'all in with more details when we have it. So we decided to head down to Longmont, Colorado to go to my brother's house. We're going to repair the head gasket there, then hopefully make it to Yellowstone. Hopefully the parts and stuff come in time and we can do it in a couple of nights, if not over the weekend. And then we would still have a week to head up to Yellowstone and visit that before we have to head back to Charlotte. So we are in Wyoming right now, and we have another 5 hours or so before we're in Longmont.
Okay, Colin is currently, we're on the side of the road before we get to Colorado, and he is trying to order the parts. And the earliest it looks like they're going to be able to get there for the van is Thursday.
It is Tuesday today.
So we'll probably...
They're coming from Arizona. We're going to Colorado, so hopefully it may come tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We're 45 minutes away from my brother's house in Colorado, and it's starting to really stick now. So the van's driving just fine, we're going slow, but it is starting to stick, and it's our first time in snow in the van, so we're being very cautious. So So update coming from Longmont, Colorado. My brother and I pressure tested the system on the van here. We found out that it wasn't the head gasket that is leaking. What is happening is the turbo, after it builds pressure, part of the pressure is making its way, the fresh air pressure is making its way into the cooling system. So we need to order and install a new turbo. Future Colin coming in here. So I did not realize it at the time, but this turbo is only air cooled and not water cooled. So there's no way of it to be pressurizing the coolant system. What we think the issue may be now is that there is a very small crack in the head somewhere or a very large air pocket stuck in the coolant system somewhere. We are only getting the issue above 6,000 feet, and we did not lose any coolant at all after the trip to my brother's house in Colorado. But that can wait until we get home. In the meantime, we can take our time and go easy on the van, and we can make the best out of the rest of the trip. So we're gonna head to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons here in the next few days. We're gonna spend a day here with my brother and whatnot, and then make our way north again.
So, in another turn of events, we had to change our plans again. We left Denver, so our van seems to be working okay, but since we've been here all week and I have to be back in Denver for something related to work on Monday, we are going to drop the Glacier National Park from our list. We're headed to Yellowstone now, and we hope to get to go to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons this weekend, and then head back to Denver, and then we'll probably just going to head home because we have to be home this weekend anyway.
We have made it to the Teton Mountains from Colorado. We're on a forest road by Granite Falls. We're camping here for the night. Ashley is making some dinner. It's about 9 o'clock. We got here a little bit later than we wanted to, but you know, van.
Is it really 9 o'clock?
I don't know how late it is. I think it's 9. No, it's like 8. 8:17. So Ashley's making some dinner. You know how van life goes. You never get there on time because the van doesn't go as fast as you want it to. I don't know what she's making yet, but I'll fill y'all in with whatever she comes up with.
After dinner, it's time to get ready for bed. Colin made the bed tonight. Look how dreamy.